dick off, guys, but I figured I would do this video as just kind of like a rant. I get this question quite often, not only from the gym or, obviously also online. And if you guys hear me slur, I can't even talk right now. I'm so tired. No, if you guys hear me slurring my words a little bit, it's because, yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. This contest prep's starting to kick my ass, but that means I'm getting in that kind of nitty gritty, like that spot that really starting to get in shape for this. But anyway, a lot of you guys asked me just basically how I stay motivated to not only go to the gym, but just keep picking up the guitar when you feel like you don't have a lot of time and stuff. I guess the simplest way that I could put it, guys, is when you love something, you just find a way to do it. You know, whether it's the guitar, whether it's some of your other hobbies out there. Probably the number one killer, obviously, for as far as losing motivation, and I'll take this to the grave. Here's the cover because I got to use this tripod here, and I need a safe space to get this thing in the tripod. So yeah, I'm talking to you guys on my content phone, my LG V60. I still keep that thing around because it's really good. But yeah, does this look familiar to you? Stay the fuck off the phone. That's definitely a big start. That's like the number one component, number one distraction for why people just are lazy as shit and just don't do anything other than be on that phone all the time. That's one thing. Fortunately, I grew up in an era where that did not exist, and unless you had like the Zach Morris backpack phone or whatever that you guys used to see back in like the late 80s and 90s, but yeah, just didn't have access to that shit. Obviously, when I was a kid, that stuff wasn't around, and just I made time to, once I was done with my homework after school, it was just all business, learning how to play guitar. I just spent hours just constantly practicing, constantly messing notes up, just sucking, whatever I had to do just to eventually get better at my craft, what I was trying to do. Same thing with every time I go to the gym. The only time now, the only exception that I'm actually, using music or using headphones or anything right now is when I jump on the treadmill or I jump on the Stairmaster, and I got to do that kind of stuff. But other than that, I don't have headphones. I don't have a phone on me. I don't have any device to just throw me off. It is a distraction. I find myself too, even if I feel like it didn't get in the way or anything, it would just mentally get in the way of what I'm trying to do, because I love playing guitar and I love death metal and the music that I'm listening to so much that I would start finding myself, it'd take me away from the weights, and I'd start air guitaring or air drumming. Like if a part's coming up that I'm into, it's like, all right, hang on, I can't do this set yet. I got to listen to this riff first, or this drum part, or what have you. So that's like another contributor to why it kind of just distracts me and gets in my way. But yeah, that phone, like I said, guys, that phone is like the number one deterrent from you trying to just accomplish to getting better at what you do. I mean, that thing is, every time you look around in society, whether you're on the road, that really pisses me off when I'm driving and that light turns green and those idiots sit there for 5, sometimes 10 seconds before they even find the gas pedal because they got their fucking head down in that shit all the time. That shit drives me absolutely crazy. But I mean, you see that everywhere. These people just, we're going backwards, and you just got to try not to fall into that rut or fall into just following everybody else does. Be the leader, not the follower. That's number one thing that I always lived by is if I'm going to do something, I want to make sure I do it very well and leave nothing on the table. Yeah, same thing with the gym, obviously. I spent a lot of years just busting my ass making sure that nobody was going to be a better bodybuilder than me. Like I always had that thing, like just stuck in my mind that nobody was going to outdo me in the gym, whether it was the way I looked or the amount of effort I was going to put into it. Guitar playing, same thing. I was just so inspired when I was a kid, watching all these music videos, all my heroes, all my death metal guys, and just listening to stuff, whether they had a music video or not. I was just so inspired and blown away by what I was hearing. I wanted to be able to replicate that and be as good as these guys. And fortunately, to this day, I still get to interact and meet with these people. They invite me on their tour buses because they recognize me from, my YouTube channel and stuff like that, which is I'm incredibly grateful for. I get to meet my idols, my heroes every time that I go to a show or even my other heroes too are just everyday people that I interact with when I go to a music store that recognize me from this, and all that stuff is just a huge, huge booster. Because let's be honest, guys, this whole thing right here, whether it's YouTube, it's Instagram, it's shit talk, it's Facebook, it's all this other stuff. All that stuff is just a highlight reel. A lot of people never see like the lows or the trials and tribulations that people go through. They only see like basically the highlight reels, just the positive things, and it creates a false deception of what's going on in reality. With not everybody's indestructible. That's just the reality. A lot of people out there, they're not doing so well, but they just they put on this fake persona of something that really isn't a reality. It's not even there, and they try to just basically fake it till they make it. There's a lot of that going on, and yeah, I mean, how often do you see people sharing, unless it's on Facebook where you got people just sharing every little damn detail. Oh, I wiped my ass with Charmin Ultra 2-ply this time instead of 1-ply. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Why do you got to share every little stupid ass detail? Or I brushed my teeth with Crest versus Colgate. Nobody fucking cares, man. It's just like some of the stupidest shit ever on Facebook. That's why I stay off of that, though. But yeah, I mean, you guys get what I'm trying to say. A lot of that stuff out there is just people share way too much information, or it's mostly just the positives. You never hear about, some of the negatives or some of the low points that people go through. And, we've all been through that. Obviously myself, there's a quite handful of, low points that I've gone through that some of my close friends know about. And I don't really share on here just because those are things of the past, and I try not to think about them too much. But yeah, a lot of people have gone through a lot of shit, and uh, the whole way to get past it is by just moving forward. I mean, I got into bodybuilding and got into guitar because of the negativity that was going on when my parents got divorced, and that was my way to take all that negativity and turn it into something positive. It started with the aggressive music, obviously, like the Metallica, the Slayer, and it just got heavier and heavier. I wanted more of that. And it turned full blown into wanting to pick up a guitar and get all that negativity out, just be able to actually create that kind of sound. And then the gym was the next thing, because a lot of people, they don't admit it, but I'm more than transparent to share it. Where yeah, I was very short, and I had a lot of people back when I was growing up. Now granted, I did stick up for myself, but you can only do so much when you're, like 4 feet tall forever. It took a long time before I ever like hit my growth spurt and stuff like that. And just a couple other factors that people would kind of use against me to find their way to pick on me and stuff when I was younger. So another way of getting past the divorce between my mom and dad, and just that whole weight of them not being together anymore, my grades suffering and starting to hang out with the wrong people, and then obviously, like the more popular kids and shit like that, because I was always the guy wearing the metal shirts and kind of like the quiet, introverted kind of person, as people would go and pick on me because of that or whatever. And that was like another layer of my way of getting past a lot of that stuff. Was I once I got old enough, 14, 15 years old, just got interested in just getting down on my floor in my room and doing push-ups and sit-ups in between my guitar playing. And all of a sudden it turned full-blown into going to the gym every day after school when I think it was like a sophomore, going into junior year and stuff like that. And it's continued to this day. I mean, it's been over 26 years now that I've been doing that, and it's never left my life. It's a huge component to, my well-being and what I do. So a lot of people are like shamed to admit that kind of stuff, but you talk to most people that go to the gym and like take it to the level that I took it. They usually were picked on when they were younger. That's just the way it goes. But they found a way to channel that energy and kind of escape it, to get, find a way to get past that and move on and, better themselves. So fortunately, yeah, the bodybuilding, the weights and all that kind of stuff, and the healthy eating and everything like that, and then the guitar playing obviously got me through a lot of bullshit, a lot of negative bullshit going on in my life. But Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I stay motivated, is just because I love doing these two things so much. And actually, I was waiting for my computer to warm up and everything because I'm gonna dive in. I got a little bit of energy, and I'm just trying to kill a little bit of time before I get to bed. Plug into one of my guitars and just jam a few riffs. It put a big smile on my face hearing some distortion right now, but with the little energy that I have, I feel like I got to get some riffs out before I hit the hay. So yeah, I just wanted to share this real quick with you guys because you guys, a lot of you ask me that question, and then obviously I get that asked that a lot. When I'm at the gym and stuff like that, or out in public, man, like, how did you stay that motivated and that dedicated all those years? And it's the same thing with what I do for work too. I'm a drywall guy, drywall finisher, and I like to paint too. Those two things are very therapeutic for me. They were something that just always really intrigued me when I graduated high school. I was always really fascinated by watching somebody finish drywall. I'm like, man, I really would love to do that. It almost looks like peaceful and therapeutic, which it is to me. So, yeah, I just, developed my craft to get good at that with my hands and making basically a wall look all like one solid unit. So, yeah, that's what I do too. And anytime that you show enough care, enough heart and passion into it, you end up, the outcome will turn out being, what you'd hope for, as long as you're willing to work hard enough. That's the bottom line. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this video with you guys real quick, and I'm going to jump in and play some guitar. But appreciate you guys watching this video. I know it's a little bit different from what I usually upload, but just thought I'd share that with you guys. Appreciate you watching the video, and I'll have more stuff as it develops. Take care.